loved him, cherished his friendship. But he was known by a number of names, depending on your relationship. This is a service also in loving memory and in tribute to Jack. To Izzy, some of you refer to him as Izzy, one of his co-workers here. And there are those who refer to him as Junior. But in the end of the matter, we're talking about a wonderful man. A man who has earned the tribute that we are trying to place upon him at this time. So I'm going to refer to him in the main by his name Jack, because I think most utilize that appellation. Now we begin this service with these quotations of comfort and hope from ancient and modern sources. In the scriptures, we find the following statement. The Lord gives, and the Lord takes away. Early or late, all must answer the summons to return to the source of being. We loose our hold on life when our time has come. As the leaf falls from the bough, when its day is done. But the deeds of the righteous enrich the world, as the fallen leaf enriches the soil beneath. The dust returns to the earth. We believe the Spirit lives on with God. And so even in this moment of sadness, let us be thankful for the companionship that continues in love, which is stronger than death. And in all we say, in all we do, may his name ever be for a blessing. Amen. In the rising of the sun and in its going down, we will remember him. In the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we will remember him. In the opening of buds and in the rebirth of spring, we will remember. In the blueness of the sky and in the warmth of summer, we will remember. And when we are weary and in need of strength, we will remember him. And when we have joys we yearn to share, we will remember him. So long as we live, he too shall live. For he is a part of us, and we will remember. The 23rd Psalm. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He guideth me in straight paths for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou hast anointed my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. O God, what is man, that thou takest knowledge of him? Or the Son of Man, that thou makest account of him? Man is like unto vanity. His days are as a shadow that fleeth away. In the morning he flourisheth and groweth up, and then, as if in the twinkling of an eye, it is evening, and he passes from our world. But this we believe. We believe that the Lord redeemeth the soul of his servants, and none of them that trust in God shall be forsaken. We believe that the souls of the righteous are in the hand of God, and no hurt shall befall them. And we believe that they are at peace, and their hope is full of immortality. For his love that united us in life, and which death cannot sever. For his companionship, which was shared along life's path, and which still continues through the tenderness of memory. For the gifts of his heart and mind, which brought joy and happiness.
He was a second dad. From the moment he met my mom on the CB radio 36 years ago, we knew he was a keeper. His handle, appropriately so, was Happy Jack. And we all know why. Jack forever had a smile on his face that could light up a room. He was always happy. But when he became part of our family, he found a new happiness. He treated Stephen and I as if we were his own children, never calling us stepchildren, but his daughter and son. Jack loved his cars. When Mom first met him, he had an ugly car, a little black Volkswagen Beetle. And then Jack began to get the hand-me-down cars throughout the years. Whenever Mom got tired of the car, it became Jack's car. But one of the few times Jack put his foot down was when she drove the purple Maxima. That one had to get traded in. But Jack also loved old cars. He had the 1957 Plymouth Cranbrook. That had to be the ugliest car ever. It was named Yellowbird. It was yellow and green and looked like an old taxi cab. But Jack loved it. And he would want to go for family rides in the car, and I did not want to be seen in it. So I would duck in the back seat until we passed through the neighborhood. Jack is one of the few people I know who never complained about having to go to work on Monday. He would come back from a vacation on a Sunday and say, "What's the big deal? I love my job." While the rest of us would complain and really not want to go to work. He worked in the roll-down warehouse, driving a forklift for over 30 years. I believe the only reason why Jack retired was because they were changing his hours, and he wouldn't have been able to babysit Tyler. You see, we used to do the handoff off of the Southern State Parkway. I worked 7:30 to 3:30, and Jack would watch Tyler, and then he would go work 4 to midnight. I would quickly leave work at 3:30 prompt so I could meet him off the Clinton Avenue exit, and we'd quickly exchange the baby seat. Jack loved us all, but my mother was the apple of his eye. He was old-fashioned, though, and he wouldn't move in to go to school. He then would never let poor Frank, who drove over 90 miles to come visit on weekends, sleep over, because he couldn't even be in the same house. So Frank would get in the car, the old beat-up Belvedere, and drive back upstate. Occasionally, he let us sleep on the couch.
So my first memory with Jack, I call him Papa, Toro, plenty of little fun names like that. I was born a preemie baby, and initially, first person over there, my mom pulled him up and said, Tyler was born. He said, oh wow, look over there. When he first came there with the incubator, he was afraid to hold me. He got over that quick because he had to take care of me. Mom had to go back to work. So my first real memory with Papa was Happy's art show. And he bought me a whole art set from the infomercials. He loved the infomercials. He bought me 2 tunes and all that fun stuff. And he sat with me for hours and hours and would draw these Happy's art. And he would even, when I left, he would perfect his drawings. Mine, of course, didn't look great, but he would always tell me how great it looked. He was always so supportive. I still think it's just scribbles. Mine. His looked like professional. He also decided that he would teach me his love of cards. He taught me 5-card stud, blackjack, and plenty of other games. Now, Papa could never have me lose, so he made sure that I had the Tokino deck, and he would have the regular deck. So when he was pulling 2s, I'd be pulling aces. He also loved to share his ability to collect and his love for collecting. As my mother duly noted, he had a collection of cars, he would love to work on them, but he wanted me to take pride in that. So when I was old enough to appreciate it, at 6 years old, there was these new quarters coming out, the state quarters. So he promptly got on the telephone, ordered up from an infomercial, the little states map, and every month when the quarters would come out, he'd be popping them in there, and he would have a bowl with it, and take it out every few days and look at our collection. As, of course, we were doing this, we had to have something to drink and eat. So I remember fondly one day, he worked at Wallbounds, he brought home this blue Wallbounds cup. And I said, oh, Papa, why don't you make me some iced tea in the cup? He's like, sure. And from that point on, every day I'd at least have 2 cups of iced tea whenever I went over there in that same cup. Now, it was never always just iced tea in that cup. I was sick as a child with asthma and plenty of other things. But I wasn't a very good patient, and he would slip the medicine into the cup for me. He always knew best. We didn't always just stay inside. We had fun in the sun with the pool, and he would always make sure I had those swimmies on. No matter how uncool they looked, he'd safety first, and he'd say, your mother wants you to wear these. I remember one fond summer when I was around 8. It was time for me to go to Marsh Country Day, a nice summer camp, and Papa said, if you can go, you can go. I knew he would miss me, but on those hot 95-degree days, he'd say to my mother, whoa, can't be out there in that 95-degree weather, it'll roast. So he made sure to take me home, of course, stop by McDonald's for a quick lunch, and then we'd have fun on the slip and slide.
All of us. He was a man of fun, smile, tried to light up the situation wherever he was. Indeed, he and Phyllis had a wonderful life together. He was truly a good person. I don't know how many of you know that he was one of 18 brothers and sisters. He loved his family. He was indeed a beloved husband and father and grandfather and uncle and brother-in-law and brother and friend. permit me to conclude as I began. To ask you to open your hearts and your minds and call to the fore the power of memory and of recall. Remember him with affection. He would have wanted no more, and you all could know less.
Yo te extrañaré, tenlo por seguro. Fueron tantos bellos y malos momentos que vivimos juntos. Los detalles, las pequeñas cosas, lo que parecía no importante, son las que más invaden mi mente al recordarte. Ojalá pudiera devolver el tiempo para verte de nuevo, para darte un abrazo y nunca soltarte. Mas comprendo que llegó tu tiempo, que Dios te ha llamado para estar a su lado. Así Él lo quiso, pero yo nunca pensé que doliera tanto.
Ya no llores por mí, yo estoy en un lugar lleno de luz, donde existe paz, donde no hay nada, donde puedo descansar. No llores por mí, es tan bello aquí, nunca imaginé. Quiero que seas feliz, que te vaya bien, y cuando te toque partir, espero verte aquí.
Yo te extrañaré, tenlo por seguro. ¿Cómo pensar que la vida puede terminar en un segundo? La vida es polvo, puede esparcirse en un momento. Nada traíste, nada te llevarás, solo lo que había dentro. Ojalá pudiera devolver el tiempo para verte de nuevo, para darte un abrazo y nunca soltarte. Mas comprendo que llegó tu tiempo, que Dios te ha llamado para estar a su lado. Así Él lo quiso, pero yo nunca pensé que doliera tanto.
Ya no llores por mí, yo estoy en un lugar lleno de luz, donde existe paz, donde no hay nada, donde puedo descansar. No llores por mí, es tan bello aquí, nunca imaginé. Quiero que seas feliz, que te vaya bien, y cuando te toque partir, espero verte aquí.
Yo te extrañaré, tenlo por seguro. Yo te extrañaré, tenlo por seguro. Fueron tantos bellos y malos momentos que vivimos juntos. Los detalles, las pequeñas cosas, lo que parecía no importante, son las que más invaden mi mente al recordarte. Ojalá pudiera devolver el tiempo para verte de nuevo, para darte un abrazo y nunca soltarte. Mas comprendo que llegó tu tiempo, que Dios te ha llamado para estar a su lado. Así Él lo quiso, pero yo nunca pensé que doliera tanto.
Ya no llores por mí. Yo estoy en un lugar lleno de luz, donde existe paz, donde no hay nada, donde puedo descansar. No llores por mí. Es tan bello aquí, nunca imaginé. Quiero que seas feliz, que te vaya bien, y cuando te toque partir, espero verte aquí.
Yo te extrañaré, tenlo por seguro. ¿Cómo pensar que la vida puede terminar en un segundo? La vida es polvo, puede esparcirse en un momento. Nada traíste, nada te llevarás, solo lo que había dentro. Ojalá pudiera devolver el tiempo para verte de nuevo, para darte un abrazo y nunca soltarte. Mas comprendo que llegó tu tiempo, que Dios